Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Through the Spirit, I'm going to just jump into Dueternomy 30. It says, "And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh thy power hath driven thee." Because as a curse, we've been scattered in all the nations, right? The Israelites, talking about the 12 tribes. And it's a curse because when you're scattered in all these different nations, including the heathen nations, then you grow up learning heathen customs and you grow up with a heathen mindset unless Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has mercy on you, like he is the elect right now. He's having mercy on the elect by giving us the correct mindset, giving us the correct knowledge and according to knowledge and understanding. "And thou shalt return unto Yahweh thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul." "And then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity." So now that this shows you we're in the last days, because Yahweh is returning our captivity because we're coming in our right mindset. So he's turning that captivity, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is going to deliver us out of our captivity. Because why? Because our mindset is being changed. We're being corrected. Like it tells you here in Malachi 4 and 5. "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." And Elijah, who came back as John the Baptist, and then John the Baptist was reincarnated as the elder Abba Bivens, who put us in our right mindset. He was the first to teach that you so-called black Latinos and Native Americans are the Israelites in Babylon, America. So that was Yahweh having mercy on us, sending back that same spirit of Elijah, which entered into the elder Abba Bivens. That was the same spirit, the same soul in modern times. Because we always teach you it's all in the Bible: reincarnation, regeneration. So let me go back to Dueternomy 30 and 4. "If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahweh thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee." So the Israelites are being gathered by this Holy Spirit, by this truth. The internet is doing all the heavy lifting, and it's gathering the elect. You have Israelites daily watching these videos. You have brothers daily posting these videos, teaching the nation of Israel, and it's because of the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So what's going to happen is the elect, when they see these videos, when they come across the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they're going to have a hearkening in spirit, and they're going to take heed to this knowledge and this truth. And the scriptures prophesied that once the elect is sealed, then that's when the World War IIIs are going to pop off. That's when the end comes, right? Revelation 7. Let me see. And we're being gathered by this, we're being gathered and fetched, like Yahweh said, he's going to fetch us and gather us, from out of the outmost parts of heaven, like what I just read. So Revelation 7:1, it says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, that whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea." And those angels are holding back the winds, which is the war. That's a metaphor for the destruction, the World War III. So let's read it again. "And I saw another angel," verse 2, "ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, the Most High, in their foreheads." So that's what it is. The Lord is gathering his prophets, the 144,000, and the elect who are gonna listen to and believe the report of the 144,000. All right. But it's not going to happen until he has sealed the servants of the Most High Yahweh in our foreheads. So that's how the internet is doing the heavy lifting, because the internet, people are able to access the videos, learn, and knowledge on the earth is increasing, right? Let's get that real quick. Daniel 12 and 12 and 4. "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." All right. So because of the internet, like I keep saying it, doing the heavy lifting, this knowledge is being increased. Like me, as soon as I do this video, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the YouTube, pull up a few videos to watch before I go to sleep. And just multiply that by thousands on thousands and thousands. So the elect is going to be sealed, and then that's when those angels are going to get the commandment from Yahweh to release those death angels, meaning World War III coming on, live in full effect. But we know before World War III pops off, because we know there's more prophecy to be fulfilled, which is the next major prophecy, obviously, is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the charagma, all right, the RFID CHIP, all right. So once that's unleashed and mandated on the people and mandated on the inhabitants of the earth, then comes the sealing of the elect in our foreheads, meaning we have this knowledge in our mind, we understand the truth, and then will come those missiles. All right, so let's go back to Dueternomy 30 and 5. "And the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live." So, there's blessings coming to the Israelites. And there's blessings coming to our people. The whole nation of Israel is going to be blessed in the kingdom, even the 2/3, okay? But you're going to have the elect who we're not going to taste death, you know. Yahushua had said that in the New Testament. He said there are some here that shall not taste death, that shall not die. You know, so there's going to be men and women of the nation of Israel, exclusively of the nation of Israel, who are going to go up in what you call UFOs, so-called UFOs, which are chariots in the Bible. And they're going to witness the strangeness of our salvation, as it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon. You know, so we're gonna get those new bodies when we go up in the chariots, and then the kingdom is going to be manifested here on earth. Let's see where I'm at. And Lord Yahweh, thy power which bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart, meaning your mind, and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Because in the kingdom, the laws and the understanding of this truth is going to be second nature. It's going to be like breathing right now. The Israelites are all going to know the truth. The 2/3, you're going to believe the truth. You're going to understand the truth. You won't be out here acting like atheists or acting like foolish people in false doctrines. You're going to cleave to the truth. You're going to know the truth when you're brought back in the kingdom. But first, you got to be sacrificed in Babylon, America, for your wickedness on this side. Verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now we're seeing that happen, you know. We're seeing our enemies, the curses are falling on our enemies, and starting out with Esau, Edom. All right. And when he gets to when the kingdom is established, guess what? The enemies are going to really feel the curses, because they're going to be handmaids and servants. All right. They're going to be handmaids and they're going to be slaves. We're their slaves right now, but the heathen nations, they're going to be. It's going to be trading places, role reversal. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be ruling over the so-called Asians, ruling over the so-called white man, ruling over the so-called Arabs, ruling over the so-called Hamites, or, they are Hamites, but, some of those Africans are actually, they're not Israelites. They're actually of the descendants of Ham, which those Ham is going to be a slave also. What is it? Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Again, all these nations that I spoke on, they've led us into captivity. They've all had their run and their share at holding us in captivity. Now guess what? It's our turn. It'll be the kingdom deals with you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American ruling over your enemies. And you know what? I'm not even going to read who the enemies are, because, if you've been watching these videos, Psalm 83 gives you a list of our Salakia, of our enemies. Revelation, Salakia, Dueternomy 30. And 8. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to return to our power, Yahweh. We're going to be good to go because we're going to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, unlike we failed to do that here in our captivity. But in the kingdom, we're going to keep the laws perfectly as Israelites. Verse 9, and Yahweh thy power will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, in the fruit of thy body, in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy land for good. And for Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. So yes, this is going to make Yahweh happy, because we're going to be in obedience, Let me see where I'm at. 10. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul. So that's what it is. That's the elect are in a spirit of repentance, meaning we're turning back to the laws, statutes, and commandments. We keep them to the best of our ability. We're acknowledging the true names. We're basically, it's prophecy being fulfilled. The Lord Yahweh is raising raising us up out of our spiritual graves. All right, let's see here. 11. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou should say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it? Right, so it's here now. The Lord's, he's put it in the hearts and the minds of his prophets. His prophets are teaching, as we speak, we're teaching on the internet. It says, verse 14, but the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, and that thou mayest do it. You see? And part of his commandment is for his prophets to do the work and teach the flock, feed the flock. Verse 15, see, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil, in that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. The Lord thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. It tells you in the Apocrypha that the world is made for our sakes, but the Holy Land, that's going to be our headquarters, basically. We're going to have blessings among blessings in the Holy Land. Verse 17, but if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce you unto this day, that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to possess it. Right, and that's the time we're in right now, because we didn't keep the laws, so that's why we went into all these captivities. And this is America, Babylon the Great, which is our last captivity, according to the prophecy. Verse 19, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. And that's, that's plain to the elect. We'll tell the elect, hey, we'll tell the elect, choose life by repenting. You have salvation. You have rulership in the kingdom. You have a higher order in the kingdom if you're of that elect, Because like I say, the 2/3, they're going to die in Babylon, America, but they're going to be blessed in the kingdom, but they're not going to be as blessed as the elect. You see? So me personally, I want to be part of that elect. I don't want to be, have to die in Babylon as a sacrifice and then come back in the kingdom. Yeah, I know I'm blessed in the kingdom because I'm an Israelite, but we're the hopeful elect. We want the we want to receive those. Me personally, Lord's will, I'm in that number. I want to receive a crown on my head. I want to be in that crowning ceremony that Yahushua puts the crown on his true prophets' heads. Verse 20, that thou mayest love Yahweh thy power, and thou mayest obey his voice, and thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahweh sware unto the fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give them. Right, so it's part of the promises, But again, we want to be part of that governing body. We want to be part of that 144,000, We want to be of the elect. This is the goal. This is why we do the work. This is why we have the faith. Yahweh has given us faith to do these videos, right? Faith and courage to do these videos. Because there's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of people that don't like this truth. Because the truth is the truth is a hard pill to swallow when you really break it down, especially if you're not of the elect, especially if you're a heathen. If you're not in the tribes of Israel, if your forefathers are not Israelites, and your seed line doesn't go back to the Israelites, then this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. You see? So anyway, the Spirit was just on me to do another lesson today. So I want to go ahead and close out on that. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge the Akim who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.